Some days I feel like I live in the world's noisiest house. I've just had to remove 2 dogs from this room because they were just like, one of them was just randomly walking around. The other one just snores. He's awake, but his breathing sounds like snores. So we're quiet now. Finally, there'll probably be a hum coming from something when I watch this bag. But we're here and we are going to talk about this bag. I'm actually not holding on to this bag. I have just put a bunch of things on eBay. By the time this video goes up, they'll have all gone. At least the listings will have ended. But I thought I would kind of give you a little bit of a rundown of why I'm not keeping the items that I'm not keeping, because it may help those of you who are thinking of purchasing them. So, first of all, this is the, I can't remember, Kurt Geiger Kensington bag. I believe that's what it's called. I really, really love this style. I saw a little red one originally on the We Are Twins Set Instagram page, and it was amazing. It's just gorgeous. Everything about it was amazing. And that's what first set me off on this style of bag. And I should have learned my lesson. Over the years, I've realised I see something and I really, really like it, and then I try to find the version of that that I think will work best for me. But in actual fact, I just fell in love with that bag specifically. And so then I'm never quite as in love with the bag that I've purchased. And that's basically what happened here. I love the smaller versions of this bag. I got the larger one thinking this is basically, you know, a cheaper version of a Chanel Jumbo. Let's face it, that's the style that they're going for. And that's why I bought it. Because I'm probably never going to buy a Chanel Jumbo. It's probably not my style to begin with, but also it's just such a huge amount of money. I probably will never be able to part with that cash. And so I bought this thinking, I'll buy this, and then, you know, it kind of like scratches that itch of really liking that style. So number one, it already wasn't quite the bag that we wanted. We've been through this before. I bought previous bags that were kind of supposed to be Chanel dupes, and I ended up not loving them, and I didn't learn my lesson. But number two, I bought it in a large size thinking I'd be able to use it all the time, when in actual fact, I loved the small size. I think if I'd got the little one, I probably would be keeping it because they're just so cute and they look gorgeous, and the colours, and they've got velvets now. Oh, amazing. I would still potentially buy another one of those in the future. But this, it's just not my style at all, and it's really, really boxy. It's like very boxy compared to, for example, the Chanel, which kind of pinches in a little bit. It's just a little bit more elegant. This is not the right shape for me at all. I also didn't like the handles. They felt very chunky against my frame. It always felt like it was kind of just resting in a funny way. And then if I put it on one, because I would almost always wear it just on one chain. If I put it down on one chain, then it would either hang forward if I put it on the back chain, or if I put it on the front chain, then it did hang back, but then it looks a little bit odd. Can you see what I'm talking about? Because of this wide area at the top, this big expanse here, it just never quite sat right. And I wore it maybe for a couple of months, and then it went in my wardrobe, and very recently I just thought, no, I'm not keeping this anymore because it still has a little bit of value, and so I may as well let someone else have it that's going to actually use it for kind of half the price of what I paid for it. It's barely been used. It is in really still nice condition. I wouldn't say that it's not, I mean, it's got tiny little bit signs of wear on the corners. I wouldn't say it's incredibly hard wearing. The leather feels very, very thin, really soft, but it doesn't feel like nice leather, given the price of the bag. But I hardly wore it, so because of that, it still was looking quite nice in my wardrobe. It just wasn't really doing it for me. I'd be really interested, for those of you who have got this bag and love it, to know, is it the style, like, are you a little bit more formal? I'm very, very casual in dress, but what is it about this bag that makes you still reach for it all the time? Because it just wasn't doing it for me. Another reason that I didn't get along with it when I was carrying it was these 2 sections in the middle. I'm hoping that's picking up. It's got one large section here and then one small section, and when you're actually carrying the bag, when it's on your shoulder, you really can't get to the back section. If I pull up the things here, it pulls the back section in. So in theory, that's actually pretty good if you want some things to be, because it is a sliver section, but still fairly sizable. You might put a decent amount of stuff in there. If you wanted a little bit more security while it's on your shoulder, that is kind of pinching that in and giving you a little bit more security to maybe some of the things you want to put back there. And you'd have to put the stuff that you wanted to be able to access more readily in the front, but it just really always kind of irked me because I couldn't quite access all the things that I wanted to as easy as I wanted to. And another reason that I didn't love the actual use of it is I felt like it was missing something on the back, like a little zip pocket something that would have made it easier for me to access those smaller items like a phone or a wallet that I maybe would have put in that back section so it didn't get lost in the expanse of the larger pocket at the front. It just didn't feel very user-friendly to me. So that is the reason that I am not holding onto this bag. It's a beautiful bag. I love the quilting. I loved the kind of chevron-y part of this. I loved the gunmetal. In theory, I love the bag, but a good part of it is that it's just not my style. And secondly, the way that I like to use a bag, it was just all a little bit too difficult for me. So you let me know if you've loved this bag or if you're thinking of purchasing it, what you're feeling right now. But I thought I would just share that with you for those of you who are kind of on the fence. It may help you one way or another. I don't want to kind of put you off buying this bag, but I just wanted to share the reasons that I kind of do regret purchasing it and am now parting ways with this bag.
I just wanna